Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul
They're gonna run out of cheeseheads soon.
The Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now. The Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, about now, about now, about now.
What is poppin', y'all? It's your man, Club Boy Bales. Welcome to another episode of Wisco Sports Weekly Wednesday Prediction, episode 2 of the season. It is week 2 of the NFL season. What a wild week 1. Obviously, we saw a lot happen. Fortunately, the news obviously broke. Aaron Rodgers is out for the year, so pretty much we're going to experience an entire football season without Aaron Rodgers. It's weird, but I guess it's weird. I mean, pretty much, this could be it for his career. I mean, I think a lot of people know that. But wow, a lot of interesting games this season. A lot of them were close games, but it's week 1, and I feel like I didn't do the greatest when it came to picking the games. But yeah, honestly, we got another week of football, so let's get on with it. So if you like what you see, subscribe below, comment with your thoughts, and let's get down to business. First game on Thursday will be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. A matchup, I think it was week 2 of last year, Thursday Night Football. That was one of the games. But yeah, that was that. I'm sorry. That was Monday Night Football week 2. It's Thursday this time. First game on Amazon Prime this year is the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Philly obviously had a good lead. Patriots came back, almost beat them. Minnesota got upset at home by the Buccaneers. I'm not really sure what to look for in this matchup, but I'm starting to definitely believe that Minnesota might have had a fraudulent season last year. I don't know, but that's weird. I feel like Philly, first game at home, obviously this is going to be a sellout crowd because they're really hyped that they went to the Super Bowl, but I feel like this could be a comeback year for them to try to get them back into the Super Bowl and win it. I think Philly should win this game, absolutely. Next up, the Green Bay Packers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Green Bay, after all that smack talk that Bears fans have been giving Green Bay all offseason, the Green Bay Packers went into Soldier Field and destroyed them. I don't know what else to say, but yeah, Packers own the Bears. But I feel like you could say that this was a week 1 of a fluke. The Packers got to go face the Atlanta Falcons. Now, I'm not going to sit there and it's in Atlanta, and obviously I'm not sure what to think. We're not really good in that stadium. Now, this Atlanta team is very young. They're very inexperienced as well. So this could honestly be a game that goes either way. I originally picked Atlanta to win this one in a very close game in my old video. But I guess with the way they played against the Bears, part of that shifted. And now I feel like it's going to be the Packers that win a close game against the Atlanta Falcons. I think I shifted tones, and I feel like the Packers they'll actually pull this one and they'll win it. Next up, Las Vegas Raiders at Buffalo Bills. Vegas comes away with a very sneaky clean win against the Denver Broncos. Buffalo, I feel like it's safe to say that Josh Allen is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. I think it's been confirmed. I don't know. He lost another overtime game. I don't know what else you can say. But I feel like Buffalo at home gets a rebound win against the Vegas Raiders. That's just how I feel. Buffalo should win this one. Next up, the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. If there was any quarterback that had a worse performance, that was Joe Burrow. I don't think I've ever seen a guy get paid so much money, then play so bad that literally, I don't know. But Baltimore and Cincinnati, I feel like Cincinnati has Baltimore's number. Seems to be Cincinnati's been doing a lot better than them. Cincinnati needs a rebound win right here. Definitely going to take the Bengals. Next up, Seattle Seahawks at the Detroit Lions. Last year, that was honestly one of the most entertaining games all year. Seattle, Detroit, That game was so entertaining. I hope we see a repeat of last year because that was epic. If I had to pick, I'll say Detroit gets the better of this. Next up, the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Tennessee Titans. At this point, even though Tennessee has, people on their team that can get them wins, I just think they got to move on from Ryan Tannehill. You got to give Will Levis or Malik Willis a chance. I just don't believe Ryan Tannehill has it anymore from what we saw last week. That's unfortunate. Chargers with a heartbreaking loss. I feel like the Chargers want to get some rebound going, and I feel like the Chargers will beat the Titans. And I feel like some way through the season, Tannehill will be benched for somebody. Next up, the Chicago Bears taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm impressed. Tampa Bay went into Minnesota and beat them. I'm happy about this. The Bears just looked absolutely lost last week. I don't know what was going on. Maybe this is just a slow start. Maybe something not, but I don't really... For the way I saw Chicago last week, I just don't know how they're going to go into any other games and win if they're going to play like that. Tampa Bay, surprisingly, will be 2-0. I can't believe I'm saying it. I thought Tampa Bay wasn't even going to win a game this year. But yet again, I guess I got to hit. I'm going to say Tampa Bay. That's how I see it. Next up, Kansas City Chiefs at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Kansas City, they beat them 2 times last year. Jacksonville, I feel like they're going to be a lot better. Do I think they're there yet? Not quite, but I think Trevor Lawrence, as I said, I had a bold prediction he's going to be the MVP this season. It's only week 1. We have a while to go before we really determine who the MVP is going to be. Kansas City struggled in their week 1 game. I feel like they're going to go into this game. Travis Kelce should be back. I think Kansas City will win. Next up, Indianapolis Colts at the Houston Texans. 2 teams in the same division with rookie quarterbacks. I feel like it's going to be one of those games that's just, you don't really know what you're going to expect. So honestly, either team could win this game. I don't know who it will be, but if I had to pick, I thought Indianapolis really actually impressed me last week. I don't know if Anthony Richardson's the guy, but they actually did a lot better than I thought. I'm going to say Indianapolis wins this game. Next up, the San Francisco 49. I almost said the Giants. San Francisco 49ers taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Rams, they won this game, and they looked like how they did 2 years ago. Stafford looked healthy, they looked good, they could make the plays, and they dominated against the Seahawks. That's the Rams that I think they are. But of course, they have to face their kryptonite team, the 49ers, who always seem to know how to beat the Rams. 49ers had the best week out of everybody. They looked dominant. Right now, I feel like they are the best team out of everyone right now. It's only week 1. We have a lot to determine, but they look like the best team right now. I'll say San Francisco. Next up, New York Giants taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona actually looked a lot more impressive than the Giants. As we saw, the Giants played one of the worst games we've probably seen in their franchise history. The Giants, obviously, I think this would be reasonable to sit there and say the Giants win. I feel like they should win. This is a game that they should win because the Cardinals are supposed to be super bad this season. But yet again, I don't know if we'd be surprised by anything at this point. I'll say Giants win. Next up, Jets versus Dallas. So, of course, we know Aaron Rodgers is out for the season. Zach Wilson is going to be the starter. But the thing is, the Jets, despite the quarterback, I think the Jets have a team that's good enough to get them wins. And I think that's what's super important. Dallas, unfortunately, showed their dominance. When I think about it, I feel like Dallas will win this game. But, the Jets I feel like the Jets are a very sneaky team. Their defense is super good. They have weapons on offense that, I think they can win games. I think the Jets aren't going to be as bad as people assume without Aaron Rodgers, but you never know. I'll say Dallas gets this win, but anything can happen. Next up, Washington Commanders at the Denver Broncos. Denver looked better, but I don't think it's enough. Yeah. I'm going to say Washington actually gets the win. I don't know why, but I partially feel that. Miami at New England. That is our Sunday Night Football game. Again, I don't know what to really think of these two teams, but Miami looked good. I mean, Tua threw for over 400 yards. Tyreek Hill looked like himself. The New England, their defense looked like themselves. I wouldn't say they played terrible, but New England always knows how to give a good fight in every game. If I had to pick between the two, I feel like I think New England will win this. I don't think they're going to be as bad as I assume. All right, Monday Night Football. Surprisingly, we have 2 games on Monday. I think they're trying to add more to this, but it's nice that they're trying to split up the schedule a little bit to put this stuff out. Down on ESPN, we got the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers, a division rivalry. I don't know. Carolina just didn't seem to impress me that much. New Orleans, I feel like their defense is what will win them games. Their offense just seems a little bleak. But I feel like New Orleans is the better team. I'll say New Orleans wins this game. And then finally, the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh just, everyone's like thinking, oh, Kenny Pickett, comeback season. He's going to look so much better. And then he looked like how he did last year. I don't know. Cleveland, I guess that's an impressive first win. I'm going to say Cleveland goes and gets the win here too. I don't know. So if you like what you see, subscribe below, comment with your thoughts, and as always, we will see you next time.